Order. Debbie, would you read the roll call, please?
Joyce Alton,
Here.
Salvador DeCola,
Here.
Robert Valsigno,
Here.
Raymond Pompano,
Here.
Stephen Mongillo,
Here.
Russell Sear,
Here.
Jeffrey Ginsburg,
Here.
Clayton Williams,
Here.
Michael Fimiani.
Here.
Okay, thank you. Item 1 is approval of the minutes of the December 8th meeting. Do I have a motion?
I move it.
Second.
Thank you.
Second.
I'll give everyone a minute. If anyone knows of any corrections, additions, any omissions. We had a relatively short meeting, pretty simple. Hearing no comments, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor, approving the minutes?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Fine, minutes pass. Item 2, public participation. Do we have anyone from the public?
No.
Okay. We'll move on to item 3. Glenn, we're going to do the election.
Yes, item 3A is election of the chairman of the board. So we'll open up nominations for the chairman. Do I hear any nominations?
Yeah, Mike Fimiani, I'd like to nominate Steve Mongillo for chairman.
Thank you, Mike. Do I hear any
This
other?
is Bob. I'll second it.
Thank you, Bob. Do I have any other nominations for chairman of the board? Once more, any more nominations for chairman of the board? All right, we will close the nominations for chairman of the board, and I will read the resolution. Whoops. Someone's dancing.
What is that?
Someone likes your
What the
nomination.
hell was that?
That's Steve's theme song. No demonstrations at the convention this year.
Is he gonna sing now?
All right, resolved that pursuant to section 2A of the bylaws, Stephen Mongillo is hereby elected the chairman of the board to serve until a successor is elected or as otherwise provided by the bylaws. Do I have a motion and a second?
I'll second.
I heard a second. Was there a motion?
Yes.
I made a motion.
Yeah, this is Bob. I'll second.
Bob.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Hey,
Opposed? Stephen is elected chairman of the board for a second term.
Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. I'm happy to serve another year.
Thank you, Steve.
Congratulations.
Okay, item 3B is the election of vice chairman of the board. We'll look at nominations for vice chairman. Do I hear any
well,
nominations?
seeing there's such a good team, I'd like to nominate Clayton Williams as vice chairman so they can keep the team together.
Thank you,
This is
Mike.
Bob. I'll second it.
Thank you, Bob. Do I have any other nominations for vice chairman of the board? Hearing none, we will close nominations. Read the resolved that pursuant to section 2.9 of the bylaws, Clayton Williams is hereby elected the vice chairman of the board to serve until the successor is elected or is otherwise provided by the bylaws. Motion and second.
Second.
Thank you.
Bob,
Thank you, Bob. All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Any opposed? Very good. Clayton is vice chairman, second term.
Thank you all. I appreciate it. Great team.
Thanks, Clint.
Congratulations.
We'll now move on to treasurer. Resolve that pursuant to section 3.1 of the bylaws, Gabriel Varka is hereby appointed as treasurer to serve until a successor is chosen and qualified or as otherwise provided by the bylaws.
I'll make the motion for Gabe. This is Bob.
I'll second.
Thank you, Jeff. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Dave is elected treasurer.
Congratulations, Dave.
Thank you very much.
Item 3D, secretary. Resolved that pursuant to section 3 of the bylaws, Deborah Torrey, the executive assistant to the executive director, is hereby appointed as secretary to serve until the successor is chosen and qualified or is otherwise provided by the bylaws.
I'll make the motion. This is Bob.
Thank you, Bob.
Second.
Thank you, Ray.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, Debbie, you are the executive assistant as the appointment of secretary.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Congratulations, Deb.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Glenn. We're on to item 4, Clayton.
Resolved that the agreement with Duke's Root Control, Inc. for CCTV and condition assessment services of approximately 380 manholes, as further described in the exhibit to agenda item number 4, in an aggregate amount not to exceed $63,820, is hereby approved, and the executive director, Sidney Holbrook, and hereby is authorized and empowered to direct for and on behalf of the authority to negotiate, execute, and deliver the agreement and all reasonable necessary documents thereof.
4%.
I move
Thank
the
you.
item.
Do I have a motion on this?
So moved.
Thank you, Joyce. A
I'll
second.
second.
Bob seconded.
And April backup.
Yeah, this is Bob. Bob seconded.
Okay, thank you. Is Tom here?
I'm here.
Told everybody, we would have only.
I'll take it, Mr. Chairman. Thank you. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Last year, we had good success with this this contractor, albeit the name changed on the contractor. Last year, we had, this is proprietary inspection equipment used to inspect manholes. It's a 3D technology where a truck drives up, opens the manhole, drops a 3D camera, almost like a Google image type camera they use to do the Google Streets and things. They drop it into the manhole. It takes a panoramic assessment of the video of the manhole, and then retracts and goes on to the next manhole. And they can do several of these, many of these in a very short period of time. They take about 10 minutes each. The old way would have been you hire a couple of engineers, or you hire a couple of laborers with an engineer, and you go out and you lift the manhole and you make manhole entries, take photos and write it by hand, and very labor intensive work. And you'd be lucky if you could do 5 of them in a day or something like that. So we had to use this technology last year. The company was called Midwest Water. It was very successful. We did, I think, 400 manholes last year. We intend to do these each year, about 400 manholes or so in each area that we've already done completed lining projects, or if we've gotten reports that there's problems with manholes, we'll deploy this inspection. We get a full report, an engineered assessment of all of these in PACP certification format. Then we review that documentation, and then we determine what manholes need to go on our lining or repair list. And then we keep this list off to the side, and we eventually put out a contract to do that. So we intend to put out a contract to do the manhole linings or repairs every couple of years, fed by the data from these types of inspections. The company, like I said, changed names. It got bought out by another company that we use for other purposes, Duke's Root Control. We also use Duke's for root control services, or Gary's guys, Ricky Herbert uses them. Duke's bought this company, and they agreed to do the work that was done last year for the same unit price. So we figure we just take it to the board as a proprietary item and move forward with the purchase order for what I have here is 50,820, including contingency, and then add the police costs of $13,000 for a total of $63,200.
Tom, are these located throughout the system or are they in any one town?
No, they're throughout the system. I believe most of these, because we're kind of playing catch up on previous lined areas. Some are in East Haven, some are in New Haven and Hamden. That's where we've done the lining. I don't have the exact locations in front of me as far as where these particular ones are, but they're in areas that we've done lining before. I think mostly in New Haven in this particular shot.
Great, thank you.
Tom, can you change that list anytime? I mean, just for a total of 380, if you decide you want to change what needs to be looked at?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, once we move forward, it doesn't really matter which ones we assign. It's flexible. We could add, take off, change locations. They have to get permits, so there are times when they won't permit a particular road, at least in a timely fashion for one reason or another. Maybe there's some sort of event going on. In the past, it'd be like a marathon or bike race. So we got to adjust a little bit. So, that type of thing happens from time to time.
Seems like a pretty reasonable price for that amount of work, but.
Oh, no, it's, I mean, this is hugely valuable. That's why you guys gave us the ability to do it last year. And it sounded almost too good to be true when we first saw this. And we were really happy with the results. And I think it provides excellent value.
Now, are the images from the camera assessed by an individual, an engineer, or is there any computer analysis of that?
There's computer software they use, but no, they have a person on the other end that will look at this, and they go through them, and they're trained to identify and code per the NASCO certification requirements.
Okay.
PACP certification requirements is the term.
Any other questions for Tom?
Excuse me, I just think there's a typo on the total manhole. It should be 63,820 instead of 63,2. Am I correct?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Yeah, you are. It is above is correct and below is incorrect.
Okay.
Good catch.
Okay. That's a demerit.
If there are no further questions, I'll call for a vote on this motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Item 5 is our executive summary already, Sid.
Okay, first of all, to Stephen and Clayton, congratulations on your reelection into the board. Thank you. I'm very pleased that you've decided to put the chairman and vice chairman back. As a board and then with the chairman and vice chairman, we work very well. So thank you. Okay, it's like everything else. Front page of the Graham Register, anytime you turn the news on, the COVID tests. We have one active individual here at the authority with COVID. So I guess that's not too bad, given the numbers we've had, the numbers, the amount of time we've gone through. So this person has it, others have been tested. We go through the toilet. We have a whole protocol established for this, so everything is good.
This is Steve. The last time I saw a graph, it was headed up. Did you do any more work since then?
That's a good, I haven't seen the new, I was not provided with that information.
Yeah, I'll send that out.
When did you get that?
I must have had it and I didn't do it, Sid. Another demerit. I'll get that out tonight.
Yeah. What about the graph?
I didn't look at it, so.
You didn't look at it? Okay, well, we don't know if it's heading up or heading down, but we will know tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Gare.
You're welcome.
Okay. Anyway, Steve asked the question, not me. We are As you see, we have been moved up from 1C to 1B for vaccinations, which I thought was a very good move. A lot of people worked hard to make that happen, and we appreciate that. Anyway, that happened yesterday, by the way. The legislation, the legislature's back in session. There is one bill of specific interest that we noted, and that is a bill introduced or brought to the legislature by Save the Sound that has to do with spill notifications. And we will keep our eyes on that to see what's going on with that. We offered to work with Save the Sound on that issue so that we could clarify how notifications are to be conducted and to who the notifications are to be made to. And finally, our coat drive that we conducted this year. I thought with the COVID situation that we might not have a very good year. Last year we did 275 coats and other cold weather items like hats and gloves, mittens, scarves. And this year we did 400.
Wow.
So that was, I'm very proud of the staff that Bridget Buckley kind of takes the lead on this. And it's very nice to see this occur and to be able to provide those coats to the poor children in our service area. So it was a good year as far as that goes. And that's all I have at this point. It was kind of a quiet month, and got by Christmas, and hopefully we won't be reporting any COVID cases next month. Anybody have any questions or want to make any comments that I need to hear?
This is Steve. I just have a question for Gary. Gary, the current weather is good for operating our secondary there? We doing okay?
Yeah, actually this month we just the other day, we went into the 4-stage BART info, which is usually we went out of 4-stage BART info into the MLE process, which is a cold weather adjustment that we make. Normally we do it in December. The water temperature has stayed up. It's been fairly mild. We haven't had those cold, wet rains, so we're in good shape. We're doing really nice on the nitrogen removal.
Super. So we'll probably get some money back this year or break even?
Yeah, I think we're gonna do well. It's all about the price of the credit. If everybody else did well, then the price of the credit will be down, and but we're in the plus.
Huh? Gary's on the board. Yeah, Gary. Oh yeah, Gary was appointed to the Nitrogen Credit Board. Was that what his official title?
Yeah,
by Dennis Claridis before she left. So how many people on that board? I don't think there's a lot.
It's mostly DEPs, OPM staff, and then a few. There's only 2 other treatment plants. They're trying to get more people in from the treatment plants.
So that was really an honor for him to get appointed to that. And we're proud of him.
Very nice.
Even though he didn't give you the ref. Anything else, Steve, or anybody else there? Okay, thank you.
Okay, so
That's it, Steve.
that's it. We have any new business?
No new business. No new business.
No new business? And there's no public, correct?
No public. No public. Can't get in this building.
Wow. Okay, so we have another short meeting. I'll call for a motion to adjourn.
Mike, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Need a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right.
We're adjourned, and we will see you next month. Oh, one thing. Gabe also distributed our audit report. Take a look at that. I believe we'll have someone at the next meeting, Gabe.
He'll be on our Zoom meeting. He'll do a short presentation in February.
Okay, great. Very good. Everyone take a look at that. And Happy New Year, and have a
Happy New Year.
thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Yep. Everybody stay safe.
Yeah, likewise. Everybody be safe.
Stay safe.